Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me in studio today. Gosh, have I missed you guys. Where are all my lovely friends? Hello Helen, Valerie, Joe, Sylvia, Pat Pepper. Hi sweetheart. I hope you're all well. I'm happy just to sit down for 5 minutes. So welcome to the studio everyone. I hope you are all very, very well. I know the weather's not the best, but today we have studio together, which is lovely. Oh my gosh, Dorothy, we haven't even started and we've got a question. How quick was that? It's actually gone now. I can't actually see it, unfortunately, because everybody's saying hello. So it's been pushed out of the way. I didn't get a chance to read it. So you need to send it again, Dorothy. It was a lengthy one too. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Tony Derrick and I'm a guest presenter over on Create and Craft, and I love anything to do with crafting. You will have seen my face maybe over on Create and Craft in Peterborough, where we do live shows and sell our fabulous stamps and dies and maybe some other products in there too. In today's studio I am going to do a book. So something different, which is great. We have done a few like wallety type style things, and yesterday over on Create and Craft I did a book, and I knew as soon as you all saw me do the book you'd probably say, can you break it down and show me a little bit? So I'm hoping that maybe you might get involved. I will talk through measurements and things like that, although I don't measure, but I will give you a rough guide of how easy it is and how simple it is basically to put a little inexpensive book together with maybe a couple of photos of your family, or you know, some uplifting sentiments, just anything, a gift voucher, whatever you want to do. So let's have a look. Tony, where can I find the Aurora Borealis? I haven't actually done it, Susan, in studio. I can do it at some point. We are going to be covering a lot of Christmas, so I'm trying to encourage you all to get your Christmas cards done whilst we're in this quiet time. So in and amongst, I'll pop in a quick tutorial of the Aurora Borealis so you can have a look at that one. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to comment after the live show underneath if you could please, and if you could click the like button, that would really help. That enables other crafters to see my videos and we go out to a wider reach. And we want to grow our Stamps by Me family because it's growing so fast, and I've met loads of lovely people, not face to face but physically on here, in your comments and your kind words, messages, cards. It doesn't go unnoticed. So Dorothy just recorded the full wax collection from CNC, but it's loose in a packet, no box, no wax, no candles. Is it how it should be? Just had the full wax collection. Is it just the heads? The heads came as a bundle on their own. Is it just the heads, Dorothy? If that's the case, they just came in like a sealed bag. They were like add-ons for your handle. So now you're telling me you've bought just the heads and you don't have a handle. That is typical Dorothy Black. I bet she's sat at home laughing. So we'll get you sorted, sweetheart. I'll speak to you after if you want to. So didn't finish the book, so dimensions yet, of course. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the book. It's so easy, and I'm going to break it right down for you. So I expect to see lots of books after studio. So the one that I did in telly yesterday was this one. I have tidied the bow up a little bit. So I've sort of like made it a bit small. It's still rather chunky, isn't it? But you can see there, you know, I tried to mix mediaify it up a little bit yesterday because we had some fabulous texture pastes in the show. But in today's book, we're going to break it back down to a traditional card maker, okay? So if you're not a messy crafter and don't want to get into your pastes and things like that, you don't have to. Dorothy's got the handle, the spoon and all the brass tops. She's crazy, is Dorothy. She wants to move in, does Dorothy? She's asked. She wants me to put a granny annex on my house so she can look after Tom. She's crazy. She's soon giving back. So what we're going to do, hopefully if we've got time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a bit of time constructing the book, because the fun part is actually decorating it, and I know that you will be able to do that at home yourselves. If I do get a chance, I might be able to decorate one page or decorate the front, but I'm going to show you the construction of it, which is going to be super cool because they are perfect for gifts. They can go flat in an envelope too because it's only card, so cheap on postage as well. So we're all good to go. Let's craft. Have I missed anything? I haven't got anything to tell you about, I don't think. We're not back on TV now till July, which is great, which is going to give us the opportunity to do our Craft Academy stamps. Let me just show you the 2 Craft Academy stamps that we've just launched in my lovely pile below here, if I can find them. Are they here? They're not in that pile, maybe here. So we have these 2 here. So the one we're working on from Monday is this beautiful one here. So this is the beautiful hands. So you can see there holding the heart. And this one is going to be super cool. I've managed to do a couple of cards already with this one. So we'll be back on track on Monday using this one. And then we'll get some tuition done and show you various ways in which you can do this one. And then the 2 that we launched last week were these 2 fabulous ones here. So we have Take a Stroll and Enjoy the View. Let's just turn them over for you. Pretty huge stamps. Just move them across for you. So I know a lot of you have ordered this and are waiting patiently to get some tuition on this one. So these are going to be after the lovely hands and things like that. So if you do like any of them, or you do like any of the Craft Academy stamps, there are a few left of each. Some have sold out, mind. All you need to do is pop FBL into the search engine on our website, and that takes you to all the products we use in Live Studio. So go and have a nosy if there's anything you want. But as always, you know, dig in your stash. You've probably got some stuff that you can use as an alternative if you don't want to buy the products. So people are getting the Craft Academy stamps and the brushes, which is so exciting. So you should all be getting Christmas coming through soon as well. I'm not telling you about and I honestly cannot keep a surprise to myself, but I have to do it. Tim will kill me if I tell you. He will kill me. And who's going to do studio if I get put under the patio? Right, let's craft. So let's just move some of these things out of the way. So I'm going to start absolutely basic. So if you are wanting to craft along, you can. It might be better for, obviously you can pause, rewind, maybe watch it again after the show. But if you have a pencil and a pen and you want to write the measurements down so you get the exact same book, you can. Okay. So first of all, I have a piece of craft card here, and I'm just going to show you the measurements of this one. So I grabbed a piece of A4 craft and I cut it down to, it's 11 inch tall and 7 inch wide. So 11 by 7. Okay, pen and paper at the ready, well done. Tony, are all the VersaFine ink pads in stock? Is it the coloured ones? Christine, I think black's in stock, sepia's in stock. I'm not sure about grey. Is it the VersaFine, the coloured ones, darling? So 11 by 7. Brilliant. So 11 by 7. And then I needed a hinge in my book. So basically we have this sort of effect going on. I've done a thicker hinge on this one today. So it depends how thick, what you want to put in your book on how thick you do this spine. Okay, and this spine is, let's just start it at the beginning, 2 inches. 2 inches. Okay, so 2 inches straight in the centre. And then all you do, score tool on those lines and then fold it over. And then we have the makings of a little book coming on. Try and use a 250 GSM or heavier, just to give it some, you know, some weight, because if you use thin, it might be a bit flimsy. So 250 and above if you have it. So yesterday I made the one in white. Today I'm using some lovely craft coloured card. Okay. So the next part I'm going to show you is really important, and this is how it's going to make your book. So I'll just line these up here. Just show you. So we're going to have more pages in this book. So yesterday I did 1, 2, 3, and in today's show we're going to do 4. Okay, so basically let's get the measurements of this one. So let's go how tall they are. So they're 6.5 inch tall, so they're all the same. So let me just show you quickly. Rather than cut them as individuals and measure 6.5 for each one, just get a piece of card, okay, measure 6.5 and cut that off, and then you know all your hinges when you cut them down are going to be the same. So 6.5, cut the excess off, and you end up with a piece like this, cut off the end. See that there? Okay, so that's how I do it. And then, so our first one is 3.5, 3.5 wide, 2.5 wide, and this one's 2. I've tried to fit an extra page in. 2, and then 1.5. Okay, so I hope you've wrote those down, but don't forget, after show you can go back and get the measurements, can't you? You can pause me at any point and do it that way. Right, okay, so then what we've done is, can you see, I think you can see from camera here, there are 2 score lines down the centre of each one of these pieces of card, and they go down in smaller sizes. There are no rules with this one. There we go. There are no rules, but you can see these hinges here, this panel in the middle gets smaller as the size goes down, and that is really, really important to create this book. So what I'll show you is, I'll just fold this one here, and I'll fold this one here. Let's fold it the other way so the nice colours on the show inside. In fact, no, that's right. So fold it up so you have this sort of effect. Now don't worry if your score lines are not even and your legs are not the same size. These are getting hidden. These are just holding your pages in place. The most important part is this part in the centre. Okay, so fold that one and then fold our second one. I am completely ignoring you all. What are you all saying? No, babies, my gosh, Lorraine. Trying to run a business here. When do you get time for all that sort of stuff? Right, no babies, no weddings, although I do need to sort out the wedding. So, as you can see, so let's keep scoring. So you can see what we've got going on now. So this one's a little bit trickier because it's getting thinner. So I do believe in the Eureka fan page, we do have some people, told you no babies, she knows me well, does Enid. In the Eureka fan page, we do have some ladies that do make books. So if you have any questions or something's not working for you and you're a bit confused as to what's going on, pop it in the Eureka fan page, because I know there are a few people in there that make books and will be able to help you, because this is sort of like the very basic starting point of a book. And once you've done one, you'll be making lots and lots, and you'll be getting all your lovely papers out you've bought and be making lots of things. So as you can see, they all go down in size. So if I stick this one inside here, look, it just sits shy of those 2 score lines in that big one. And then if I pop my next one in, it just sits shy of that one. I know you can't really see with the lines, thank you. And then this one is smaller and just sits in there. So we've got like a lovely fan effect, which is going to hold our pages in place. Okay, so before we stick it together, this is how I do it, just for ease. So let's get our pages. So I've pre-cut my pages here, look. So let's see what size. A few things you need to bear in mind when you're making your pages. Your pages just need to be a little bit bigger than your hinge. So you've got a little bit of a lip here and a little bit here. And the reason why I do that is so if you don't stick them straight, you still can't see the hinge. Okay? Is anybody doing this along, or are you all taking notes? Or are you all trying to figure out what the surprise is? I think you're all trying to figure out the surprise. So the pages are 6 3/4 of an inch tall and 4 inch wide. 4 inch wide, 6 3/4. Still guessing. Taking notes, taking notes. Well done, Liz, taking notes. Liz is quite good at all this sort of stuff. So 6 3/4 tall and 4 wide. So that's your pages. Okay, so all I do, and I'm going to do it for tape for speed, is I just turn my work over, I pop some glue on the page, and then I stick my page on. Don't go over your score line because your pages won't open and close. Like so. Can you see that there? And then one on this side. Get it as level as you can. I expect to see lots of books tonight, mind you. I know you're all quite quick with your cards, aren't you? So I might give you 24 hours. So when you turn it over, can we see there? You've got your ugly makings, but we need to hide those. So all you're going to do is you're just going to take another piece. And this one is going to hide the makings. You see that there? Use wet adhesive at home. It'll make your book a little bit stronger. So there we have 2 pages on a hinge. How cool is that? Okay, so far, is everybody following me? Please tell us, Tony. We won't tell Tim, you told us. Excuse me. It's good as well because Tim's not in the room today. We've got Nathan. So Nathan's doing studio today. So, but I still can't tell you because I bet you Tim is watching in the other room to see how Nathan's getting on. So let's do our next one. So I'm going to quickly stick all of these pages together now. And it's good for you to watch every time I do one because it'll become clearer every time I do one. Make sure you do it straight though. No pressure, Nathan. That's what everybody... He's actually quite relaxed. He's quite a relaxed kind of guy, which is nice. And then the back to cover the makings. So I'll just take that card up to that hinge. Don't go over the hinge, your book won't close. So there's number 2. Next one, very quickly. So I think after me doing it now the 3rd time, is it quickly coming? So, hello George, I hope you're well. Will you be making a book, George? I doubt it. Rio, you should get him doing the cutting for you so you can speed craft and make lots of books. So just turn it over. I received some lovely Craft Academy cards as well over the last few days. So that's coming close, isn't it? So if you are wanting me to showcase one of your lovely handmade cards in studio, don't forget to get them sent across. I've had some amazing ones. I've got some special things to read out, some to special people and things like that, which is nice. So number 3, and then last one. It's going to be a great day that day. So much to tell you. And then always hide those ugly makings with, I mean, I'm using craft card, but you could use your patterned papers and all the lovely things you have in your stash. And as well, I always think if you do it like this, it makes your pages super strong too. so they can carry a little bit of weight. So if you're wanting to embellish with flowers and things like that, you can do that too, because the pages are substantial enough for you to pop a bit of weight on there too. So there we go. Make sure it's all stuck nice. So 1, 2. Are we having a big party? That'd be nice. 3, 4. So there we go. There's all of our pages ready to go. So let me show you how I'm going to decorate one of the pages. So this is the biggest page. So this is going to be my first page here. So as you can see from all of that cutting of the pages and the book, I have this offcuts. Now it's an absolute criminal waste to bin this. So I'm going to just show you a few ways to maybe decorate your books and things like that. Now you can pop a pocket across the bottom, cut it with your scissors or your tape or your throwing them or your guillotine, and just cut it across the bottom. And then when you come to stick it, you can stick down the left, the bottom and the right, and you can pop a gift card in. I have some pattern paper here, so let's just do that. So this is just an offcut from when we've made some cards in studio. Have I got any question? I mean the card you are sending in. Yeah, so we're going to do like a little bit of a showcase where if you want to send in one of your handmade cards that you've made during lockdown or during the Craft Academy, you can do that, and I will showcase it live in studio, and we're going to dedicate 2 live hours to it. So it will be a nice afternoon with Stamps by Me, and you will be able to maybe see your cards, maybe not. If you don't want us to read it out, we will pop it on the back. But it's just a little bit of time to, you know, maybe think about what we've gone through over the last 12 weeks. So what I'm doing with this little pocket here is I'm just popping a little bit of glue down the bottom and the 2 sides. Can we see that there? So nothing fancy. And then just stick it across the bottom here. And then what will happen is it'll grab, and then we'll have a lovely pocket. You could pop a tag in there. You could, so you see that there? And then you can decorate this with your patterned papers too. Maybe pop a stamp on there. Like so. So let's just turn our page over. So we have this one. I'm just going to show you thinking about it now. Let's just do the same again because the paper is actually short. So I'm not decorating all the pages. I want you to have the fun and enjoyment of doing that. Dig out some of your stash. The cards are going to be shown in when we come to the end of Craft Academy, and I think we're on week 8 and there's 12 weeks. So I think we've been pushed on a week. We have been pushed on a week now. So as soon as we've done the last stamp, it will probably be the week after. And I'm just popping some glue across the bottom here. Now you can go around your papers and your coloured cardstock and things like that with your blending brushes and get some, you know, distressing on there too, if you want to. So there we have 2 pockets. So also when you cut your cards down, you have these which are left from the end of the A4 sheet. So if you cut these in half, say for, I'm just going to go with my scissors. I know it's not going to be very straight, but if you cut these ones in half and you glue down here, across here and down there, put some pattern paper on and do this way, you have a pocket this way too. Does that make sense? And then by the time you've decorated all of your pockets and you come to bring them together, you've got a variation of different pockets and things like that. So I'm going to leave that as is for now. So let's get this book put together. So I have my book outside here, and don't forget to pop your ribbons on before you stick your outside on. Okay, so I'm just grabbing 2 pieces of ribbon here. I'm just cutting them off my reel, same length if possible. And I've gone with the same colour as yesterday because that's really all I've got to hand. And I'm just going to pop some tape on here and some on here. And I'm just going to fold it in half and pop it on there. And then I'm just going to go back over with my tape pen just to secure it a little bit stronger. So I have 1 piece there, look. Like so. And then on the outside of this one, we're going to go black. So I'm going to pop this one on here. This one's going to hide our makings of that ribbon there. And then we have our lovely spine. Okay, Susan, see you later. Now this one's going in the centre here of this spine. And then for the front, we're going to do some decorating. So I'm just going to set this one aside. I'm going to bring in this one. And on the front of our book, on this one today, I'm going to use the beautiful robin, the Christmas robin. So I'm just going to grab my Eureka here. Pop it in here. And we're going to do this one in gold because I think it'll complement the craft colour on our book. I'm just going to, shall we offset? No, let's go straight in the centre. There we go. So if you are like selling your cards and things like that, or selling your little books, you could at least get, I hate to put a price on things because it's different for every person, isn't it? But you will probably get double the amount for this one as you would for a handmade card. So it's just food for thought, really. I mean, the amount of card you would need. I think it's about, to make the whole book with the pockets and everything's like, you're going to need about eight A4 sheets of card, something like that. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Adorable Scoreable would definitely work, yeah. So if you've got lots of that in your stash, you could use that. I can't see if that's inked at all, so I'm going to do it again. Yeah, I could do it in copper. I haven't got a copper one. We need to get on to Claire, don't we? I'm going to have to go gold. So let's just go gold because that's all I have. Let's just grab some card here. I didn't use my anti-static bag either. That's me getting carried away. I absolutely love this robin. So you can see there, it's going to come to light as soon as we heat set him there. If Doreen, if you did like the scoring and all the cutting at the same time, because obviously you've got your scoreboard out and your guillotine out at the same time, don't just cut and make one like cut all of the like backings at once, all of these. So do 5, then do 5 sets of hinges and 5 sets of pages, and you probably find it's a lot quicker. That's what I always do if I'm batch making. Carol, that's a great idea. Christmas money and photos. Any other good ideas? Seeds, you could do a seed packet for Father's Day if you've got somebody who's into gardening. Gift cards. So let's just heat set this one. So let's just show you what this one looks like. There we go. How pretty is she or he? Absolutely gorgeous. So then, let's just bend it back. Tea bags for friends for a... Oh, what a great idea for a virtual cup of tea. What a great idea. This is why I love this group. What a great idea. Well done. I mean, to be fair, I know a lot of people do sell their makes, and you know, the selling of those makes creates money to purchase more goodies from brands. I get that. But, you know, sometimes you have that card already in your stash to make somebody special in your life a lovely gift. You know, you will have a mountain of cardstock, it's guaranteed. If you're a true crafter, you will have cardstock coming out of your bottom, I'm certain of it. So the only other things is try and keep costs down with the embellishments, maybe fussy cut stamps and heat emboss stamps rather than put like MDF shapes and things on the front. Keep the cost down, because it doesn't matter what you make somebody, as long as when you give somebody that handmade gift, whether it be a card or a book or anything handmade, you know that that person's taken their own time to make you something and put some thought into something for you. That's just a great feeling in itself, isn't it? You're like, how can you not like anything that somebody's taken the time to do that for you? It's just amazing. Amazing. So let's create something pretty. So let's stick this onto the front of our book here, so we can see, you can see now, look how gorgeous our book is going to be. It's not finished yet though, so let's pop this on the front here. You can see this is just a stamp that I mean, we launched this stamp last week, but you know, if you've got a specific stamp you love, or your friend likes a card that you make off them with the same stamp, you could make a lovely little book for that person, couldn't you? Because they love that stamp. Make sure you use glue. I mean, look how pretty that is. You could pop a pocket on the front and pop a seed packet in. Like you said, a tea bag in the front, so people get the surprise before they've actually even opened the book to see what you've popped in. Gillian, yep. Get him crafting. Absolutely. So this is what we need to do on the inside, okay? So we need to get this book sort of put together in some fashion. And do you know what I've done? I've decorated the back page of that. Not that it matters, because if I put it in now like that, it's going to be upside down. Yep. So it doesn't matter though. So I've just decorated a couple of the back ones. So basically, all your glue is going to be on this part here to bring the book together. So this is how I do it. I find it easier this way. So if you are putting this together at home, maybe use red liner tape or the really good adhesive, whatever you've got. Close it with your fingers and then line it up on the spine of your book. So don't just hover until you're happy, and then hopefully it will be straight enough. And this, if you use wet glue, this is where it's great, because you can obviously move it around, can't you? So I'm happy with that. Lay it flat, push it down, and then look, we have pages in books. This is the back. Then the next size down, is this the next one? Nope, this is the next one. So some nice adhesive on the back. And then this one's going to sit in this one. So now it's probably coming to light what is going on. So try and get it as straight as I can. Pop it down and press. I'm speed doing this for you so you get an idea, but you can take lots of time at home. And if you have got your expensive papers or the papers that you absolutely love, take a week to make somebody something. You know, enjoy it. That's what it's about. If you're smiling and enjoying it while you're doing it, and the recipient smiles when you hand it over, job done. Good job, Bob. I love the tea bag. Does it work? Thank you. Yeah, great idea, isn't it? Oh, Cards by Crafty Phil. I've seen that name before. Are you on Instagram? Because if you are, I think you make some excellent cards. So I'm just popping this little hinge in here. So I can see we've got some new faces, not new faces, new names coming up as well, so that is lovely. So now look what we've got going on. Look at that, how cool is that? So let's show you the front. So we have our lovely robin, and then we have all of the pages inside, which you can decorate. Then look how neat it looks at the top there. You see that there? You could have actually got another set of pages in there, couldn't you? So let's just see if we can just embellish this a little bit more. So I do have these wooden embellishments here. So if you did want to maybe personalise a little bit and pop those on there. I'm not going to do it though. I will do something for the photo, but I don't want to be rushed into doing it. So let's tie this lovely bow here. So I hope that's helped. These lovely offcuts make great pockets and things like that, so do bear that in mind. So let's see if I can get a better bow now than I did yesterday. So you don't have to use chunky ribbon like this. This is a little bit over the top, but this is all I had to hand. My stuff's still in boxes, I know I keep saying it. This is wired as well, which is so not a good idea, particularly when my life does not do bows. Right, I don't want to faff too much. Let's trim its legs. That's not too bad. You'll have a better ribbon than me, I'm sure, at home. So what we're thinking there, do we like that idea? Tony just had a lovely call from Tim. Did you just tell him off, Carol, for ringing you right in the middle of Craft Academy? Oh. Oh, I'm pleased you like that idea. So very, very simple. And if you're worried about thinking, do you know that'll take me a day to make that, it's just so not worth it. Maybe do 3 at the same time. Do what I said, do like the outer casing, then the pages, and it's the same with the cards we make as well. Cut your card, emboss all the images, stick them all together. So set yourself up like a, what's the run called, where in like a supermarket, conveyor belt, that's the one. And then you'll probably find you're making way more than normal. And I always say, if you're making 1, you've got to make 3. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that. I can't wait to see what you're all going to do, if you do anything. If you don't want to make it as chunky as that with all the pages, maybe just do 2 spines instead of 4, so you'll have 8 pages. Do 2 spines instead of 4, yep, and you'll have 8 pages, and just put less in them, make the spine thinner. So let me know how you get on. Pop a comment underneath the live video though after the show, and if you've got any questions about it or want to see more, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. I am back with you now on Monday with the lovely heart stamp for Craft Academy. So if you have that stamp, get that stamp ready. And we will be on at 1 p.m. and I'm not on TV for a while now, so it's going to be back in studio Monday to Friday 1 p.m. so we've got lots to go at. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I will catch you all later. Whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay cozy. See you all later, everyone. Bye.